Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, hope you're doing well. Today it's a pretty average Tuesday, but something a bit weird has come across my desk really. I'm sat here looking at cars to buy at auction when up comes a very nice looking white Jaguar XF S. It's a 3 litre V6 diesel, and I was like, I recognise that number plate. Some of you who are OGs of the Shifting Metal channel might recognise this car as I'm scrolling through pictures here. Nice white one with black alloy wheels. It was just generally a nice car, and it was out here for quite a while. Here's one that I sold like 10 months ago, white Jaguar XF, and the exhaust hanger's broken. Look at that. It's just the exhaust hanging down, and they tried to reject it through the finance company for that reason. We had a customer who downgraded from a Mercedes A-Class into this car. He had it for about 7 or 8 months and did, let's say, 7,000 or 8,000 miles in it, and the exhaust dropped down. And the first we heard about this was then about 9 months on, when the finance company was saying he wants to reject this car. Would you be up for taking it back? And I said, well, not after whatever it was at this point, 7 or 9 months, and just because the exhaust is hanging down. We went back and forth, and I said, we're not really, his warranty's run out. It's not on us to fix an exhaust hanger. But in the end, because it went on for so long, I said, bring it back to us and we'll fix the exhaust hanger and he can have the car back. So that's what happened. It took about another month then for the car to actually turn up to us. We fixed it, and then we said the car's ready to go, and it hung around for another month until I said, look, if you don't come and collect the car, I'm going to start charging you £15 a day. This was to the finance company of whom he was trying to return this car to. So funny enough, a couple of days later, the chap turned up to collect the car and off he went. He never said a bad word to us, never said he wasn't happy with the car or whatever, but clearly the finance company were in constant contact with us saying that he had issues and he was trying to reject the car, etc. And they were trying to pass blame onto us, trying to get us to pay for it, of which I obviously said, no, I won't be doing that, not after 9 months or whatever it was. The customer went away with the car. Happy enough, he seemed, at least. But then the finance company again came back to me and said, well, he's going to make a complaint to the financial ombudsman about it, and we'll keep you updated. And I said, there's no need to keep me updated, it's got nothing to do with me. We've done all of our bits, we treated him fairly, we did everything fine when it came to the finance, we've gone above and beyond our warranty on this car and repaired it for him. But fast forward to today, which must be 3 or 4, maybe 5 months further on down the line, and here it is for sale at BCA, being sold by Money Barn, who financed this car in the first place. So either he's managed to reject it to them, or considering I think he'd stopped paying his finance payments, never do that. They have probably repossessed this car and they're putting it through the auctions to be sold again. It still looks quite a nice car. The mechanical report says that near side rear electric window doesn't operate and offside rear electric window doesn't operate. I imagine that's a fuse or something. It's got a warning light for the near side running light, not illuminating, and the indicator's operating. And it's also run out of MOT earlier this year. So what was it? January, February, March, April, May, June. Ran out of MOT in June. Clearly he hasn't done it. I think it's just been parked off the road again. He's just been stopped paying his payments, and he's just didn't want the car and was just forcing the finance company to come and collect it. I can't imagine it's done much for his credit score, but hey ho. It says that it's got no logbook present, but then if I go down to equipment, it says front page of the V5 only. Well, I know that when he brought it to us, or it was dropped to us on the back of a recovery truck actually, because he'd left it with the tyres flat, battery completely flat, and they just rolled it off of a recovery truck, that he'd left all the paperwork in there. Clearly he didn't want to touch this car again, just didn't want it, and was just someone else's problem. With a flat tyre and a flat battery, and obviously they've not been driving it, and I think they just want to get out of it somehow. All we need to do is sort an exhaust hanger on there, so bizarre really. So we're going to sort that Tuesday morning, and I think we'll even deliver it back to them and say, there's your car back. But that would make you think that it's probably stayed in there and it could well have been repossessed. It says there's 2 keys though, but then again, when he brought it back to us, it had both the keys and only 1 service, which is a digital one, which won't be ours. We would have serviced it as well, so there's definitely more service history to be had. And as I say, the MOT ran out in July or whatever it was, I said this year. I think that's going to put a lot of people off wanting to buy this car, but not me. I'm going to try and buy it again, because I know it's a nice car, and I feel like there could be quite a good margin in it. Oh, and I forgot to say, best of all, it's got his private plate on it still. He wouldn't have been able to take that off if they repossessed it, and it's still got the V5. And it kind of spells out Toby at the end. and Toby wants it, so we can recuperate, you know, some money that way, because I'd rather put it back to its normal plate. Well, I say recuperate. It's £80 retention fee, and you can have it for £100. He wanted it for 80, but come on, Joe's got to eat too. Yeah, I'm going to try and buy it, so it'll be like a full circle, and then we can sell it to someone else again who might be a much nicer customer. So join me as I try and win this at auction. So our auction has started. We are number 18 of 18, and this is a whole section of money barn, basically, cars that have been repossessed or rejected or whatever, or just returned perhaps. We'll get to the end of their thingy and they don't pay their balloon or whatever, I don't know. Money barn, generally speaking, wouldn't necessarily be the top auction category you want to buy from, because money barn is not the best of lenders. I mean, they're sort of bad credit lender, if you know what I mean. Cars aren't always the best looked after, service-wise, etc. Modified, smoked in, all that sort of stuff. So interesting to see how they're going. Just out of curiosity, we got a BMW 114i going through at the moment. It's got a very bad report and it's grade 5. It's got blue grills. It's cap clean of 2675 and it's 750 quid at the moment. With a bit of luck, we're going to get our Jag cheaply, because that's the only way it's going to be worthwhile doing. I quite want to see it again, just for the anecdotal fun of having it back, basically, but I do still want to make money out of it. I'm trying to stop buying just utter tats just for the sake of it, because I think it's interesting. It costs me money, so I'll try and buy it at a sensible price. Cap clean is £3,025. I think we want to get this around about £2.5 grand. I'll try not to get too carried away, maybe a little bit more. Worth pointing out as well, this is their new online bidding system. Let me see if I can find you what their old system looked like. This was what their old system looked. So here, as the sale is going through on this screen as well, and then you can have your little chat down here in stereo now. This is what a lot of you will have been used to. So that's what most people will be used to looking at. That's what I've done all my bidding on, but I am going to try this new system. Another one, half book. This one's another Mariva. So this one's got a cap clean of 3,925. It's a grade 2, it's a good condition. 43,000 miles, 5 services, only 1 key. What's it say on the essential report? Coolant level, rattle, engine bay coolant, underbody mechanical gearbox noise, under engine bay, undiagnosed fault. 2,100. Half book. Well, that's unsurprising, because it sounds like probably the head gasket's gone, which wouldn't surprise me on a little 1.4 petrol turbo lump. But it could just be low coolant. Sometimes, yeah, people don't look after their cars. A lot of the times when you buy stuff at auction, it's pretty easy to be scared off when you see a report. It's like got low coolant, low oil, overfilled oil, it's got a massive exclamation mark, but it could just be down to poor servicing, poor maintenance of a car. And a lot of times as well, people will buy cars on, say, like a grade 4, like a warning for smoking, for example. All cars, when they go to auction, they sit there. 9 times out of 10, when you fire it up again, when it's been sat around for a month or two, you get like a cloud of smoke come out to start off with, and then it clears and you never see it again. It's just a build-up of a month or two of not being used, maybe a bit of excess oil or whatever, a bit of moisture. So sometimes you can get yourself a bargain that way if you're gutsy, but on the majority of the stuff I don't want to be. But on my XF, I think we're going to be alright. Famous last words. 3-2. What's wrong on the essential report? Coolant level. Coolant's low. It might just need topping up. So 3-2. It's got a service book, 5 services, 2 keys, only 3 owners. So it should do better than most. 67. Yeah, it's getting much closer to cap. Look, we make cap this one, because this is the type of stuff that's selling at the moment. Your bulk basic kind of just forecourt stock, just vanilla. I mean, alright, it's an Excite. What's that? Second down from Elite, but it's got an Everbook. But let's have a look. What's it saying? It's got no logbook, but it's got MOT for another 9 months, which the car we're interested in doesn't. It's expired. I'm hoping that's going to put a lot of people off. Look at this. Imagine if this goes wrong while we're trying to. It seems to have righted itself. Imagine if that happens while we're trying to bid. These are the dangers of bidding online. Get your bids in early, that's what they always say. Next up, where's it going to start bidding? I reckon it's going to start at
950.
No, more than that. I reckon 1500. You might completely surprise us now, though. Gonna warm up my bidding finger.
And we have down the XF there. This looks a bit of an eye, full white car, black wheels, the portfolio. 2011 down, no guarantee on the plate there. Okay, right, for that one, down, back on the 11 plate there,
1900, look. 2000. Oh, been outbid. Oh no. People really want it. Do I really want to buy it again? Too late, I didn't get it. I didn't want it that much. I thought people were going to really be put off of that. Oh well. Toby doesn't get a new number plate and I don't get it in my life and I don't get to buy it again, but interesting nonetheless. Well, that was a bit disappointing, but if that's what it's going to go for, then yeah, I didn't want it that much. Because let's think about it, what was that? 3,200, it's going to be 3,500 by the time they get it. It might want a couple of window regulators on the back, so let's say another couple hundred quid, 3,700. MOT bits and pieces, maybe it wants tyres, it's definitely going to want a battery, judging by the fact that it was flat as a pancake when it was back here. So you're in for £4,000 and then, I mean the retail was about 6,000, but you haven't got any service history. We might have been able to dig up some of the service history from the work that we did off the computer, and yeah, it wasn't in perfect condition, but not too bad. There'd still be money in it for someone, but I wanted more money for me to buy that back. Although we know that car, there's still potential for a lot of headaches with those 3 litre V6 and the gearbox. Who knows how he's driven it, all that sort of stuff. And as they said in the auction, no guarantee the plate comes with it. 9 times out of 10 you do get it if you've got the V5 and you act quick enough. Because the previous owner will have handed that back and he may have taken it off. But yeah, so there's no guarantee you would have got the plate, so you wouldn't have got any money back out of that. And yeah, but hey ho, probably for the best that we didn't get it. I was letting the bargain hunter side of me get the better of me there, so get back to trying to buy some sensible stock that's a bit nicer, a bit newer, not going to cause us headaches. We already had headaches with that car once before. So yeah, there we are. Anyway, hope it was somewhat interesting. All the same, anecdotally, if you've got a car that's nicer than that, don't forget to visit our website, carsbought4more.com, enter your information, we will give you a tailored quote and see if we can't give you the best price going and collect the car from you. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and other than that, I will see you next time.